There is a silent danger lurking that threatens the life of each person in the wasteland. The purpose of this program, ladies and gentlemen, is to educate you. This scourge may just be more dangerous than any other wasteland peril you will face, and it must be wiped out. If afflicted, you'll first experience intense feelings of exhaustion. Then comes dangerous emotional disturbances, followed by the inability to direct thoughts, finally leading to acts of shocking violence, ending often in incurable insanity. I am speaking, of course, about caffeine withdrawal.
Coffee. 173.5 degree Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection.
That's right, Codsworth. The importance of a good cup of coffee on the body simply cannot be overstated. But what about those unexpected occurrences that might keep you from enjoying a cup at your family table? Pre-war citizens would often frequent coffee and donut shops like this Slocum's Joe. Here you could enjoy Slocum's Buzzbites, that rare treat which combined coffee and donuts together into one delicious morning wake-up call. Sadly, they are all closed now, but you can still enjoy this pick-me-up from the past with this recipe to make your very own from scratch. We know for certain that Buzzbites are made with razorgrain, mirelurk egg, oil, Slocum's Joe coffee, and dirty water. But much of the details of the recipe have been lost to the ravages of time. Until now. You will need 4 cups of razorgrain flour, 1 mirelurk egg, plus 1 egg yolk at room temperature, 1/2 cup of room temperature dirty water, or purified if you prefer, 4 tablespoons instant coffee crystals, 1 container of vegetable oil for frying, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 4 tablespoons unsalted butter at room temperature, 1 tablespoon instant dry yeast, 1/2 cup room temperature Brahmin milk, plus a little extra for glaze, 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, and 1/2 cup regular sugar. Don't worry if your mirelurk eggs are small like these, they will do just fine in the recipe. You can substitute a strong latte for the milk, water, and instant coffee in the dough, and espresso for the milk and instant coffee in the glaze if you want an even more luxurious coffee flavor. Whisk your flour, sugar, and yeast at low speed in a standing mixer. If nuclear devastation has left your area without electricity, feel free to do all the mixing by hand. If using instant coffee, add 3 tablespoons of the crystals to a bowl with the water and whisk to dissolve. Add the eggs and the milk and whisk to combine. Replace the mixer's whisk attachment with a dough hook. Add the wet ingredients to the dry and whisk on low to medium speed until homogeneous. Divide the butter into 6 to 8 pieces and add them, one at a time, to the dough, waiting until each is combined before adding the next. Scrape the dough into a lightly oiled bowl. Turn to cover the dough with oil. Cover with plastic wrap and store in a refrigerator or cold dry cave if again you are without electricity, for at least 8 hours. While you're waiting, you should... Stop that, Vault Boy! This is a serious problem we're facing and it's no time for your silliness. Find something more practical to do until the dough is ready, like exercising, metal shop, or a science experiment. When the time comes, spread some flour onto a work surface, keeping some on your hands to make working with the dough easier. Uncover the dough and turn it onto the floured work surface. Cut the dough into about 3 dozen pieces. Put a piece of dough into your hands. Cut them and roll the dough into a small ball. And set aside. Repeat with the remaining pieces. Get out your plastic wrap and... Vault Boy? Vault Boy, pull yourself together, man. The people of America are counting on us. Having transferred the donuts to a parchment paper-lined tray, cover with plastic wrap and let sit at room temperature for 1 hour. While you're waiting for the dough to proof, mix your remaining tablespoon of coffee crystals with the powdered sugar and some milk, or substitute some strong espresso to make the glaze. The amount of milk will determine how thick your glaze is and should be based on what looks good to you. Scoop the shortening into a large pot and heat over medium heat until it reaches 350 degrees. You will need an accurate way to gauge the temperature of the oil. Vault Boy! Remember what happened last time. Gently place the donuts into the oil, about a dozen at a time, and cook for 1 minute. Flip over and cook for another minute. They should be light golden brown after 2 minutes. If they look too dark, decrease your stove temperature, then transfer to a wire rack set over a triple thickness of paper towel. Dip each donut in the glaze. If it is too thick or thin, add milk or powdered sugar to adjust. As you can see, the oil temperature affects the color of the finished donuts, and also the flavor. The darker ones taste more of black coffee with a strong molasses flavor, while the lighter ones taste more like a latte. But regardless, they're all delicious and will give you a boost to your perception and make you more productive. Here, America, this one's for you. And God bless you as you engage in this important struggle. Brought to you by Slocum's Joe.